What family secret did you find out that changed everything? Growing up, it was hard not to notice the gruesome scars covering my dad's body, but he would never tell us how he got them. Then one family dinner I asked about them, and my grandpa told me you should have seen the other guys. My dad was mad, but my grandpa insisted on telling the story of those scars. For my dad's 17th birthday, one of his friends bought him a leather jacket with a very specific logo on it. This friend's name was Dave. According to my dad, it was a rare and quite expensive motorcycle jacket, and he was overjoyed that he bought it for him. Dave had bought himself the same jacket a while back, so now they could match. My grandmother apparently joked that with the jackets on they looked like twins, and she wasn't that far off. They had similar features, same black hair, and were both well known for being kitted out in motorcycle gear. A few days after my dad's birthday, he was leaving work as a bartender in the town center at around 10 p.m. As he was getting close to where his bike was parked, a gang of 5 men approached him from behind. The last he remembers was being smacked over the head and passing out as he hit the floor. These men beat up my dad with bike chains and a crowbar, literally to within an inch of his life. 2 bouncers from a nearby pub had heard the commotion and rushed to help. The men ran off, and my dad wound up in the hospital. My grandfather and grandmother were obviously distraught about this whole thing. The first thought on my grandfather's mind was if my dad would survive, but when my father was discharged from the hospital, he took matters into his own hands. My grandfather was not someone you wanted to mess with. He was a lifelong boxer and a career military man. He enlisted in World War II around 1944 when he was 17, and stayed in the military until the late 1950s. He retired after my dad was born and had worked as an engineer since. Now this guy was a certified badass, even in his 50s. The last thing he would ever do is watch his family get hurt and not retaliate. The first thing my grandfather did was call every ex-military buddy, bouncer, and landlord that he knew. In my town, word traveled fast, so it wasn't long before he had the names and addresses of the 5 men who had attacked my dad. Apparently these guys had been bragging about beating up a defenseless man from behind. They were career criminals with violent reputations. My grandfather didn't give a damn who they were. My grandfather then called up a few of the most dangerous, hardened guys he knew from the service. He explained to them what had happened, and they were more than happy to help. I remember my dad explaining it like it was a special ops mission, and since most of the task force were ex-military, it may as well have been. That night, they stormed the homes of the